Well, hello. Alright, so, that's my face. I don't even know what's going on right now. I think I need some different. Look at me, I'm already attacking myself. What is going on? Anyways, so let's talk about yesterday, okay? Yesterday, that whole not being seen, okay? That was a lot. That was a lot to take in. And I will tell you that it was not the easiest thing. The triggers are coming up a lot right now. And that is because I am going deep inside of myself to find out why I always self-sabotage. And I keep seeing oh, that's a bug, okay. And look, even though I am a coach, even though I do help a lot of people in the spiritual aspect of things, I'm still human. I still have things that I have not dealt with from my childhood. I still have things that I have not, well, I'm learning to deal with the things from my past lives. But let me tell you what, in one of my past lives, I committed suicide. And that has been a flippin' challenge in this one. Let me tell you a little story. So I've had my fair share throughout since I was a teenager wanting to commit suicide. And without going, which I will eventually go into the whole, me going into trying to get help, to talk to people about things, and they just want to label me with all kinds of stuff that I knew wasn't true. So I moved out here on this property, and this property just has so many things. Oh my gosh. And it's not just a property, it's just a whole, it's like everybody's gonna come that's not even alive anymore, right? Like all that energy is coming here. And I'm trying to heal it, I'm trying to help it, I'm trying, but I start feeling like I'm drowning. And because I'm only one person, right? So I started hearing like all this stuff all the time about wanting to commit suicide, wanting to kill myself. But I knew they were not my thoughts. I was like, these are not my thoughts. So I went to a lady who is a spiritual, counselor. And I love her to pieces, do not get me wrong. And the only reason why I stopped actually going to her was because I didn't want to lie to her. And I needed help in another area, and I just didn't want to lie. So, and because then she would have to lose her license for something, and I'm just like, that's one of the reasons also that I did creative healings, because I shouldn't have to lose a license to go outside of a box to help somebody heal something that someone else might not understand. But I went to her and I was like, look, I'm hearing these thoughts and I'm like, but I'm not seeing it. I can hear it, but I can't see it. And then she brings my dad into it, my biological dad. And the energy around here knew about my biological dad. So I was like, oh, like, really, why? And then she's like, well, I can see exactly what's going on. And I was like, oh, good, because I'm going crazy. I can't, this is too much for me at this point, right? I'm like, I'm bawling. I know it's not me, but I can hear it talking. And so, all I really needed from her, though, in that moment, honestly, was, validation. In that moment, I needed validation. And I was able to heal myself from that moment and be able to listen a little bit more to what that energy, what that spirit that has not crossed over had needed. So thank God I was able to get past that. Right? But there was times that, I mean, I don't know how many times I've died in my past lives, to be honest, because that's a lot. I mean, I've lived so many lives just on Earth, and then the lives that I lived outside of here. So yeah, it was challenging. And you know, you don't, I remember my very first time actually talking to somebody outside of like trying to talk to a therapist was like, oh my God, do we need to take you to a hospital? No. No. And I'm not saying that suicide is not, that is a very deep, deep thing, but I'm going to tell you something. My first time actually going forward and talking to somebody about it, you know what happened to me? He looked at me. Sorry. Both of them. My oldest son's father and my youngest son's father. Both looked at me and just told me to kill myself. The man I'm married to now, that we're done in that sense. He won't get any help. He refuses. He refuses to talk to anybody because he says he's perfect. Which he is. For himself, he is 100% perfect. And he is perfect for somebody. That is 1000% true. Just not perfect for me. And I'm finally freeing myself by saying that. I have stayed in this marriage to stay a mother and father figure, to have us both together for my son. And we have done nothing but hurt him in that sense. And I thought maybe if the drinking, you know, stopped, if all the, nothing. The only thing that's changed, he doesn't put his hands on me now. Back to where I was going with that. Actually, I'm even going to go, oh, the suicide. So, yeah, so I got on my hands and knees and I begged him not to leave me. A couple times. Literally on my hands and knees and begged him not to leave me. And first time, it's because he cheated on me. Yeah, I found out he cheated on me when we were on vacation. On vacation, he cheated on me. And I begged him to stay with me. What did I deserve for that one? I don't know, because I always wanted it. His first wife, he said, cheated on him, but she didn't. So he had that in his mind that she did. And so he was raised with somebody who cheated on his mom a lot. So that probably has something to do with it. And then the second time I begged, literally, I was releasing everything that I was, like, that I could think of at that time. Releasing it all. The anger, the frustration because of his lying to me. Like, so when we were on vacation, he told me he didn't, right? He told me he didn't cheat on me. I knew he did, but he didn't. He told me no. Later on is when I found out for a fact that he did. And then he told me he kissed another girl. He kissed somebody, and one day he's like, I'm not this guy. I did this and this and this. And I'm thinking I'm married to, like, well, you know, I don't even know what I was thinking. Anyways, I end up cutting myself. And I videoed him. I did it in front of my son at that time, too. A lot of things that I went through, not having anybody to talk to. My family didn't care if I died. My mom, I messaged my mom about these people that were following me. And she's like, what the fuck do you want me to do? I can't fucking die for you. Really? I needed her to help me, to make me feel safe, and, you know. But she never has made me feel safe. She never, I don't want to say never. I don't know if I should ever use that word never, because literally last night, or maybe it was this morning, I woke up like asking God to please show me, like, my mom couldn't have been that bad of a person my whole entire life. I mean, granted, my mom didn't raise me, but she could not have been that bad. There had been moments where there was love of some sort. But yeah, I did. I wanted to die. So many times. But I'm going to tell you something. Not being seen, when all reality I am seen. I have people complimenting me all the time. And what's really, really funny is the only person I ever think about caring about if they compliment me is my husband. Why is that? I'm not sure why that is right at this moment, but it's changing. Because I love people in general. People in general are just beautiful. Beautiful souls. And I want to feel like I fit in with people. I was really contemplating whether or not I wanted to post this, because I'm going all over the place instead of just staying on track on what I was starting out to say, which is about the video from yesterday. But I'm going to tell you something about suicide and about yesterday not being seen, since I brought them both into this conversation. Is I am seen. I might not feel like I am seen, but I am. Am I seen all the time? Like out hanging out in the bar all the time? I'm always around people 24/7? No. But I am seen. And I am seen from above. I am seen from people all around that are alive. I'm seen from ghosts. I'm seen because of my light. I'm seen. And my light is because I love people so deeply. And but I'm going to tell you, like, you are seen, even when you don't feel like you're seen. When all those different moments of feeling like I wanted to die, all that is the energy and ghost around you that haven't found their way to cross over. There's the trauma that sits, that hasn't been cleared. There's your past lives that are like, you have to work through some things, like I'm trying to now, right? I'm just trying to work through some stuff. Because I did commit suicide in a past life. And I had to come right back to this one. Right back. That's how it works. Yep, you got to come right back. You ain't going to stay up there for very long. If you even do cross over. Because so many suicides they feel like they're not going to be forgiven. They feel like God doesn't love them. But in all actuality, God does love you. Mother God loves you too. In all reality, there's a lot of people that love us. In reality. That love might be some toxic stuff. Do not get me wrong. But I'm going to tell you something. Loving yourself is probably the most important. Actually, it is the most important. Not almost. It is the most important. Because then those voices, that energy, it can't even get to our minds. It just can't get there. And yeah, it just can't. And if you're asking yourself, well, how do you love yourself? If nobody really taught you, how do you love yourself? It's a feeling. It's a knowing. It's you putting your hands on your heart and sitting with that in your heart and letting out those tears. It's you coming to somebody like me and working through all of the spiritualness that gets confusing. Working through that trauma of all the things that have happened. Things that you don't understand because of they haven't happened in this life, but yet they're still here. Because let me tell you something. You are 1,000,000,000,000% not crazy. And you are 1,000,000,000,000% seen. Seen. It might not be by that person that you really want them to see you. And I will tell you, I've wanted my mom to see me for so long. My biological mom. And I see her every once in a blue moon. I've asked her to lunches. She'll go. But she doesn't. You can tell she doesn't enjoy my conversation with her. Fine. Right? I guess that's why people call certain people soul families. You can have traditional families. Traditional families are great. But if those traditional families don't make you feel like you're worthy, then there's another family out there. There's more people out there that really do care. And I'll tell you, I've seen some people really grow into themselves. Can't take full credit for everything they've gone through, that's for sure, because there's people are some strong cookies that I work with. But I'm okay that my mom doesn't see me anymore. I mourned my mother, the mother that I expected her to be, to me. I mourned her. I'm learning to mourn my brother because I told my brother I love him and he laughed at me. Okay. It is what it is. I'm going to mourn my husband too. And he can deal with his own issues. I'm moving on with my life, and I asked for a divorce. I've asked for a divorce quite a few times. And he says, well, right now, it's either food or a divorce. So, right now, I'm just going to live. I'm going to go and live my life. I'm just going to live it the way I am. I'm going to continue with my business. And I'm going to continue to put my stuff out here. And I'm going to show you that you're not alone. And if people want to get upset with me because I put my stuff out here and I talk about my husband, or I talk about this, or I talk about the things that I've done, and because I'm going to tell you something, there is nothing that you can say to me that somebody didn't say to me those 4 years after January 6th. People were evil and I wasn't even there. I'm done. Or the fact of what I've said to myself. But nobody ever wants to go after the ones that actually hurt the person. Which I don't want that. Nobody needs that. We've all been forgiven for everything. We just have to forgive ourselves. So, I'm okay. I honestly am. And how about I'm going to be okay? Okay? I'm going to be okay, just like you're going to be okay. These videos are going to come back and probably come back in my face, Lord knows how many times. But when I'm gone and these videos are still up, they'll help people. And Marcy, when I figure out what Marcy's name is for the future, like what her whole name is for the future, and I leave her that message for her for the future, she's going to know that it's me and this was her in her past life. That is one of my missions, is to make that happen. And let her know that anything she's ever needed to go through, she can get through it, because I'm healing all heals in this lifetime. Well, maybe not all, because there's a lot. There's a lot to heal, generational stuff. But I'm trying my best. But now it's also time for me to live my life. So, that's it. If you need to reach out to me, you can reach out to me at creativehealings.com. And at the very bottom of my website, there is a contact me little section at the bottom. And you can email me through there. I don't use my phone number right now. So, I do give out my phone number to only, like, the people that I'm working with, though. So, but most of the time they can just message me through Messenger, you know, so. Anyways, not my Facebook, but my Facebook, there's something going on with my Facebook, I guess, that they might delete my business page. I don't know, maybe because the F words, I don't even have the whole F word on it. But, I don't know. I keep telling them to reach out to me. I try messaging them. They don't message me back. So, I don't know what that's about. So the Facebook part of it might be gone. So I'm just going to continue to use my name for now. But I do have a private Creative Healings page on Facebook if you want to reach me there. You're more than welcome to come, as long as you follow, the rules. But I would love to have you in Creative Healings on Facebook. And like I said, if you want to reach out to me, you're more than welcome to. And yeah. And I'll talk to you later. Have a great day, evening, whenever you're listening to this. Bye.